Gettel Stadium Toyota presents the 2024 Toyota Tundra Limited in Smoke Mesquite. This is the sweet spot because you can now option the TRD off-road package on this trim, and that's new for 2024. And when you're thinking, well, what's the difference between an SR or an SR5? Those are going to get 18-inch steel wheels. Going to the Limited, you get the 20-inch alloy wheels. When you go TRD, you get the 18-inch BBS wheels, which is lightweight. They're changing out the suspension to Fox shocks, 1.1-inch lift for the front. And when you go into the Platinum tier, you can option the rear air suspension, which is the first of its kind for a Tundra when they did the refresh back in 2022. LED headlights and daytime runnings is standard. The 1794 gets premium projector headlights with sequential LED turn signals and LED fog lights. I like the bold style for the refresh because it makes it look a lot more grand, especially with the V6 I-Force twin turbo that's housed underneath here, which you can option 2 engine variants when you get into the Limited trim, and it's the first trim that offers that. We got 437 horsepower and 583 pound-feet of torque paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission, achieving 19 mpgs for the city and 22 mpgs for the highway, which when you're considering the V8 that it replaced, it's about 5 miles to the highway and city more with this. We have the optional steps to get into the vehicle because you're over 9 inches of clearance. Now, even though we only got 56 horsepower more, it used to only tow 10,200 pounds. Now the max towing is at 12,000 pounds with a max payload 1,940 pounds. And the Limited trim can be optioned as a double cab or a crew cab, which we have the 5.5 box. And the only curveball is you have to go to the capstone in order to get acoustic side window. Sequential LED taillights, and when you go up to the 1794, this area here, or the step, will go electronically, and we have a power lift gate, or you could just simply hold the key fob to go inside the cargo box. This is the 5x5, so you have a 20.9 inch depth, 58.7 inches for the width between the wheel well housing at 48.7 inch, and the length at 65.6 inches. Home plug, LED interior lights. Let's go inside and start up this bad boy so you can hear that exhaust note. Ten-way power seat adjustment for the front. Soft-Tech seats start on the Limited trim. Going into the Platinum, you'll get leather-wrapped seats, heated ventilated front seats, memory for the driver. Headroom and leg room. The refresh was back in 2022, which gave us a little bit more room in the interior. Aluminum inlays start off. The 1794 will have a maple walnut wood interior. The Limited starts with the 14-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse, and we get a 360-degree reverse camera full trajectory. You can also change different camera icons or layouts. And one thing that's cool is you can zoom in or zoom out a bit, so you can actually tailor the camera position. When you click this view button, that's the bird's eye view. Click onto this, and you can change the color of your Tundra. Digital rear view mirror, or an auto-dimming rear view mirror, a large panel moon roof, dual climate control, wireless charging pad, an area here for some notes, whatever you need, and let me pull out the key fob for the Tundra. Gloss black elements are going to surround everything. Driver mode select, which gets a full digital reader when you get into the Limited trim. You get Eco, Normal, and Sport mode. It's going to be more sporty, but a little twist because you got a lot of cargo. So you can open this up so you can kind of throw anything in. You can also open this up with a change holder. You can move this around, USB ports, but you got this little storage compartment there also. The steering wheel is a multi-function setup. It is heated, and the gauge cluster can go through an array of information for the driver, including the turn-by-turn navigation. Heads-up display will start on the 1794. The grab handles start off with the air vents that go into the top tier of the door panel, which can be another armrest. So it has a 2-tier setup, and I'm 6'3", so it kind of helps for me. One touch up and down for all the windows. Gloss black elements with a little storage tray and a large storage pocket with some beverage holders carved out. Before we go inside, different tiers will change the setup where you can actually put storage underneath here, but it's not going to be a flat floor. The grab handle makes it easy because the clearance is high off the ground. Headroom is not bad. It's also carved out for you on the sides, but not so much in the center with armrests and cup holders, USB, home plug, and a storage tray because we don't have the third climate control, air vents, cup holders, and more storage behind both of the front seats. Power vertical rear window comes into the limited trim. 1794 will get the manual sunshades, and the door is going to have the same materials and the same segments. So 2 armrest tiers and 2 tiers of storage. Going into the center, the floor isn't flat, but you have your own feet space. It will lift your legs up though, so you'll have quite a bit of space here. So I would just say share some feet space. Butt and shoulder space is not going to be compromised, but headroom starts getting a little bit more tight in the center. The iForce Max V6 with 437 horsepower, 583 pound-feet of torque. Everything's increasing. Like I was saying on the exterior, the limited trim is the sweet spot because you can option features. You can also option the TRD off-road package, which is new for the year to get it in this trim. And you're going to save quite a bit of money doing so. It has the pickup that it needs. The V8 variant that we lost, am I sad that we lost it? Yes. But I do like that we're getting a little bit better in the MPGs because let's face it, the prior gen just drank a lot of fuel. Now, when you go into the limited trim, you have the 2 engine options in which you can get a little bit more fuel economy, or you can get a little bit more towing and payload capabilities depending on what you need. Not only has everything increased from your towing, payload, and getting optional air rear suspension, but the interior technology and safety also in going into this tier unlocks the option capabilities for this larger screen. The digital rear view mirror, 360-degree reverse camera with the bird's eye view. So then if you are concerned about the daily use because it's wide and long, even though this is a 5x5 box, you're not going to have to worry so much in that category. And when you're going around 7 miles per hour or less, the camera turns on so you see the 360 degrees, making it a little bit easier for you for moving in and out, which I like that safety feature. You can turn it on and off. Turn radius at a stop point is going to receive about 3 in a par lane. It's a long vehicle. Let's hear that engine note. You get that throaty exhaust note that filters in. The hood is long, so it just boasts a dominant vehicle. You sit up great with the clearance. The ride is a lot better and more soft, even with upgraded wheels. The same thing with the seat cushions. And you hardly feel any of the imperfections in the road. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to stop by Gettel Stadium Toyota to check out their new and pre-owned selection.